Hello and welcome back to Unreal Return to Nepali. So, today I want to finish going through some of the single-player things that I haven't gone through yet. Let's start with the fastest things. Thanks to BTRFS, even though I accidentally overwrote one of my bounds of, well, actually Foundry Teridium plant save files with Escape from Nepali, but I could restore the thing, and we are right at the end of the, well, right at the end of Foundry, and if you recall, last time we went here, somehow the ending glitched out and didn't play the audio and whatnot. I retested this again and now it works with this new build. So that's what I'm going to do.
A Teridium processing plant, operated by the Scar. They must have another colony around. There's Scar everywhere. But this time, I'm hunting them. They didn't seem to know I was coming. I figure I'm about halfway to the shuttle.
So this was the intermission between Foundry and Bounds of Foundry. Something that we didn't get to hear properly last time. So now let's go to another place, but interestingly enough, Bounds of Foundry is exactly where I want to be. Because if you recall another thing, in Bounds of Foundry there was a secret that I wanted to get. It was that thing, also Hall of Mirrors effect. So how to get that thing? I found two ways to do that, and I'll try and show off both. Alright, that's dealt with. So first I need to get some ways into Bounds of Foundry. Doing a pretty bad job, wow. Let's take some of the goodies here. Alright, and use what? I'll use flak. And let's turn on the lighting a bit. So the place I want to go to is this. The reason why is this box. This is a very important box, because it allows one of the two ways you can get that super health. I thought it wouldn't be necessary to find something like this, but I can't actually find a better way to do it than to get a box, because somehow the place where you need to go to is just slightly too high for you to jump on normally, and jumping from a box allows you to just get the right height. There's another way to do that, that includes jumping from another place, but it doesn't seem intended, so that's why I'm trying to do it this way. Alright, so box is down on this floor, good. Let's move to the very entrance of the place. Alright. And, yes, so the secret here. The secret here. So I need to get this. And there is actually a hole here. And a button here. You really cannot see it that well when just going through here casually. And pressing this opens the wall. It's a very Doom-style trick, I have to say. And in here we have a pair of jump boots. So why do we need this box? Well, if you look here, you turn this on, you jump and miss terribly. Wow. Okay. Let's try this again. You jump here and you get onto this. And you get the super health back. But if you destroy the box, you try to do that again, you can see you just barely cannot reach it. Not sure why. I don't remember that being a point before. Why would the jump height change? I'm not sure, but yeah. I still want to go over this again, just to show you the alternate way. Which is... So first you open, of course, this again. Said you open this again. Thank you. Alright. Take this. So the alternate route, that does not require you to have a box, but is a bit more tricky, is through here. You need to have a bit of a running jump, and whee! Whee! And you can get it right like that. And then you can jump down from here safely. Maybe this was supposed to be like an exit and not an entrance, but you can do it both ways. So yeah, it wasn't crazy when I said that there was a secret here. Alright, so 7 minutes in, let's now cover the Unreal Enhanced Edition maps. I didn't work on these myself. It was iLikeTheUDK who actually did some work on this. But the reason why this worked a bit is that the first level of Return to Nepal is very similar to Nileva's Falls, so a lot of things could be simply reused, and so it was easy to enhance like that. So let's take a look. And there are some other things that I will want to show later, but first Dusk Falls. Alright, so, Dusk Falls Enhanced Edition. Of course it has footstep sounds, but that's because of 227 itself, and the mutator for footstep sounds, not really that specific to Enhanced Edition. Alright... Automag. Nothing really changed here. This still explodes if you go close to it. You get the car. But the first thing you can notice is that the lighting changed dramatically, and now it is a lot more realistic. Also, there's a very funky corona effect going on with the sun. Interesting. Yeah, so as you can see, like here there is sun, here there is no sun, and so you can actually see that the lighting corresponds to where the suns are at. So that's really nice. then you can see that the rock meshes are a lot more organic now. They're not like jagged geometrical shapes anymore. This looks really nice, by the way. And this monolithic rock. And of course, shadows. Pretty nice. And the rocks that you could climb on are still climbable. And you can still find the people there. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Whoops. And yeah, that rocket jibbed the corpse there. Alright. So yes, that was improved, these were improved. The footstep sounds are awesome. They don't work everywhere, as you can hear here, because my mutator that adds the footstep sounds was made with multiplayer maps in mind, and they didn't use all the textures. But it can be easily fixed with a bit of init editing, just to define what type of ground it is. Alright. There's another route here. Of course, the same as in the original. Alright, there's this rock. That's now looking like a rock. It needs a bit of changes to the UV mapping, because it's very repetitive looking right now. But that can be fairly easily changed. Also, you can still climb this, and if you climb it, you can find... I can actually manage to do it correctly. Oh, yes, come on. Over there. Dodge up. And there's an enemy, yeah. Right there. Yeah, not a huge thing to find, but hey. It's like, I'm leaving. Is this another very jagged rock? Yeah, as you can see, the lighting here is very dark because none of the suns actually shine here. In contrast to the original, where this was fairly brightly lit. So that is quite interesting to note. Alright, then this I don't think was changed. There's still an ollie here. He is really in the way, but hey. Alright, well I can go down there, I suppose. It's very nice when it's dark like that, how the lights show up. It's quite atmospheric. Right, jump down. Whee! Had to be a rock there. There had to be. Alright, let's speedrun this. I actually tried, while bug testing this release, I tried to play through the entire campaign of Unreal in pacifist mode, So without shooting anyone. That was a very interesting experience. Obviously only in co-op does that work, because you get to respawn for an infinite amount of retries. And by far the most difficult map to do like that is the mines, the Ryagar mines. So that's quite interesting too. Yes, the whole game is actually doable in that fashion, without shooting anyone. It does kind of depend on infighting, quite like in Doom. Oh, hi there. Right. So yeah, the valleys are really dark. I suppose in real conditions the ambient lighting would be a bit higher than that. But again, this is just a testing version of this. It's not final or anything. There's another better looking rock. Okay, am I missing anything? Yes. Just a cliff though. Alright. Aw, weapon stays. Should have turned that off. But whatever. Also, let's save in case I die in a stupid way again. Why did that not open? Oh. Because it controls the elevator and not this. Hi there! I'm leaving. There haven't been any updates to the lower path, I don't think. Strafing, heck yeah. Yeah, bullets, perfect. And all the lampposts were replaced with my lamp mesh, originally made for New Lovis Falls. Is there anything here? Besides that, of course. Alright, that's the hint that there are pack hunters here. Okay, and this is where we were. I don't really want to deal with the behemoth without having enough ammo to do that, so let's just go forward from here. The guy's still alive or not? Well, he certainly seems to have trouble shooting through that palm tree. Seem to be having similar issues too. Well, let's just continue going through here then. Oh yeah, and this happens due to the bright corners flag on the texture, which should be disabled. Come on. Get hit. Alright, fine. Let's just jump down. Over them this way. Right, place some ammo. That's the super health. I don't really want to go there, so let's move forward. More bullets, nice. Whoa. I don't like this all that much, but let's go up. Don't have enough ammo to deal with everyone, unfortunately, but hey. There's a brute. Not only is there a brute, but there's also something else. Also, you can see the shadows here that are going very nicely from this lamp. Again, bright corners, though. I think that's bright corners doing this. Well, maybe not, because this looks like the same surface as this. So maybe that's not the case. Well, in any case, let's continue going here. More better rocks. And there is a nollie here. This guy was not here before. This is entirely new in Enhanced Edition. Now, what this is all about, I don't know. I'd have to ask iLikeTheUDK, because like there's this guy who is just standing there. So I don't know what his problem is. But let's go inside. You can't destroy him or anything. This is still closed, and that is closed. Let's save before I get terribly murdered by the pack hunters again. Because that's what will happen. Well, unless I can get to the place I want faster than usual. There might have been a brute there inserted. We can do this well, that's fairly okay. That's pretty nice. Hey, where are they going? Oh, okay, so they know how to get here. But the Stinger's pretty good against them anyway. Okay, I think that's all of them. The Brute did a pretty good job at it. Right, now open this. You can see once again that the shadow quality here is much better. And this is the exit, but that's not where I want to go. Instead, I want to go here. Save first. Uh-huh. Why is this closed? It was not supposed to be closed. At least it's fairly inconsistent whether it's closed or not. Alright, well, let's just go through. So this Nolly, he was made specifically for one reason. But I don't know if he is actually working as intended. Also, if you read this, there's... But really, I don't have a translator? Why do I not have a translator? Alright. Summon translator. There, now I have a translator. So let's read what iLikeTheUDK wrote here. Because I think this is all his writing. I have been away from home for a while now. The Scar have ruined everything in my home and threatened to kill me, and I escaped. It is hard to imagine how disappointed I am. I heard rumors of the coming of the Messiah a short time back, and I was relieved. Now, with great sadness, I realize that these rumors are false. The Scar are still at large, and they still chase us, the Nolly. Yeah, that is probably a hint towards all the Messiah stuff from the main game that didn't seem to do a whole lot. Also, yeah, this guy will just run into the brute and grovel. But what he also does is open the door, at least sometimes. And this door leads to an area that was here, in fact, originally as well. But it was just inaccessible because there was no Nolly to trigger the door. So, if you go up, you end up in this area above the mountains. This area. With Scar in it. And you could actually see a part of it from below if you looked up and saw this sticking out. What is this, you might think? Well, we're about to find out. So there's health here, nothing too interesting. Oh, yeah, the way that this looks probably hints that the area was not well tested. But there are official logs here too. Log Matthias Warch. My head hasn't stopped spinning since the crash. Who keeps moving the ground down there? Oh god, I'm going to be sick again. Yeah. So yeah, this looks like beta stuff. And this was like that in the original too, so probably Legend Entertainment never really finished their work on this area. Which is strange, considering that this is the very first map in the whole game, but then again, it might have been made like last or something. And the most important part of the whole place is right here. There's this guy. Log K. Divad. Our mission to locate the Vortex Strikers is a failure. The UMS Chantilly was pulled into the atmosphere of this godforsaken planet and we crashed into a mountain. Only Pilot Warch and myself survived. They don't pay me enough for this. So, this is the UMS Chantilly. Pretty large ship. It was tasked to locate the Vortex Strikers. The existence of this, also the fact that it was in the original Return to Nepali as well, means that, well, for one, we know that someone, probably the UMS, sent another ship just to retrieve the Vortex Strikers. Sheds a bit more light into the whole storyline. Because, well, later on there will be a bit of an inconsistency with the timelines and whatnot, and this gives credence to some theories that one may have. It's not a huge plot point, but still, it's nice to know. So yes, that's all that I wanted to show here. Let's try and jump down there, just for the fun of it. Can do that fairly easily, actually. Whee! So yes, this is pretty much all that was done for Unreal Return to Nepali Enhanced Edition. There are two more things that I'll show off, but in the next video, because I don't really have time right now. But one thing I want to cover here is what about the whole project of Enhanced Edition. Thing is, I haven't worked on it at all for a very long time. It's still an interesting project, but I pretty much don't think it's really worth working on it anymore. Because of one thing, and that is Unreal Tournament 4. Basically, Epic Games now kind of wants the game remade in Unreal Engine 4, and people are already working on it. I think Tidal Blast was working on that. So I think it's just a better idea to try and contribute there, because if it has official recognition, then it's just a better project to spend your time on, I think. 2-7 is good for reference of the original, and it does add a lot of nice things, but maybe it's better at this point to use the features of 2-7 to create new maps or something. And also, the one thing that 2-7 doesn't do is have a native Linux editor. Meanwhile, Unreal Engine 4, which is free, and the source is available too, has that running natively on Linux. So, yeah, that's why I kind of just don't really want to work on any of my previous projects either, because I just think it's better to work on Unreal Tournament 4, which will be a rolling release and whatnot. So yeah, all these old games are nice, but just probably it's better to spend your time doing something that will have more of an impact, I guess. So yes, that's all I want to cover here, and next time I will do a bit of a review of this game and show off the final few things in the Enhanced Edition, which are very small, but still, maybe it's worth showing that off. So yes, that's all, and I will see you all next time. Later.